Hey, welcome to AtLab Games. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Francis.
Today we're going to play
They Who Were Eight. All right. They Who Were Eight is a hand management card game designed by Todd Sanders, published by Ludicreations. Plays 2 to 4 players in about 15 to 20 minutes.
All right, so let's get it to the table and we will show you how it plays. Okay, welcome to the table. We are going to play They Who Were Eight. They Who Were Eight is really it's a card game, right?
Yes.
So, but it's a lot different than your standard card game, and we're going to go through and explain how this whole thing sets up. So, what you have on the table is the basic setup for 2 players. And what we've done is the game comes with all these different gods. And what we've done is so far is we've each randomly selected 2 gods, and these are going to go out of the game. So, I've got Rhyman the Uncaring and the Bold Edamina.
And I have He Who Is Nanos.
Oh, Nanos.
And Ever Twisted Aristophane.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
Okay.
Each god has a unique power, which we'll go through in a second. That can only be used once during the game. And then they flip over, and that's it. So, the way this game works is we are going to be assigning glory and infamy to all of the gods by use of this deck of cards. And the cards are going to tell you whether or not you can assign them to another player's gods, your gods, or every god, or any god on the table, really. And throughout the game, we're going to start accumulating these glory and infamy tokens. And what you have to keep in mind, and what's unique about this game, is that although these are both my gods, they share
An alignment
with these 2 gods that are directly across from them. So as far as the scoring goes at the end of the game, we're going to score this side of the table versus this side of the table. And then we're going to score which of those 2 has the lowest amount of glory.
Right.
So what's weird is that you have to determine which side wins by which side has the most glory.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess a combination of your glory and your infamy.
Yeah, so they're going to net out.
Yeah.
Another thing to note is that the glory tokens are worth 2 points, and the infamy tokens are worth -1.
Right.
So you got to do that math throughout the game. I know it's a lot to take in right away, and it's probably very confusing, but it may or may not make sense to you as we play. So with that, we've got that set up. We've got our stack of our pools or supplies of Pente pieces, and we have a deck of tales, and these tales are about different things about different gods, and we're going to tell
bad things, yeah.
They're what?
They're good things and bad things.
Good things and bad things about each of the gods, and we're going to tell them about our gods. We're going to tell them about your gods. And the way the game ends is one of these piles is depleted, and the game immediately ends, and then we score who the best god is. Who is the most glorious,
but most humble.
But most humble. So that's how we're going to score it. So with that, the way that the game consists of 2 phases each round. It goes with card play and then renewal, where we refresh. So we're going to play 1 card each, and then we are going to exchange a card for the renewal. And that's the card plays. We just play 1 card each, and that's going to allow us to allocate these different Pente pieces. And then we're going to renew, where we exchange 1 card, and then we shuffle all the cards back together and each draw 1. Right? And then that's it. And then we start over again. And we're going to pass the player 1 token back and forth. Since I am the youngest at the table, I get to go first.
The oldest player goes first.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for that clarification. So with that, I think that's good enough for an introduction. We are going to jump in. This is a very quick game, very fast playing, and we're just going to rip through it. So once we get going, we'll read off our god powers, and then we'll jump in. All right, so to get us started, I'm going to deal each of us 3 cards. That's a starting hand. All right, that's the supply, and I will read through my god power. So Rhyman the Uncaring. So when I use him, I can redirect an action card played upon you to another player of your choice. So if Francis decides to do some bad things to Rhyman, I can use him and redirect it to one of her gods instead, which is nice. The Bold Edamina, before you play your next turn, You may draw 2 new cards from the draw deck and then discard 2 cards.
Oh, very nice. It's like a little refresh.
That god lets me get rid of some of the junk cards in my hand.
All right, so Ever-Twisted Aristophan allows me to swap the glory and infamy tokens of any 2 gods.
Wow.
That is powerful.
That's too powerful almost.
That's overly powerful, I think.
That's why these are one-timers.
And then my He Who is Nanos, if you may keep the current action card in your hand instead of passing it at the end of a round. Instead, the player to your left, or in this case you, passes a card to the player to your right, which is me.
Okay.
So I just get lots of cards.
Awesome. All right, so let's jump in. Okay.
All right.
Let's jump in. So I'm player 1. So we are going to go into the play phase. All right, so I'll jump right in and start with the Treachery of. Right, so these go in front of you, and then at the end, after we all play, they go in the discard pile. So what the Treachery of does is this little symbol down here decides wherever the white is what it affects. So it affects everybody outside of me, which is Francis in this case. So this here tells me what I get to do. So I get to put 1 glory and 1 infamy token on another player's gods. So I'm going to choose, obviously, her gods. So I'll go there. And that's it.
Okay. And I will play the Jealousy of.
Okay.
Which allows me to put 2 infamy tokens on either one of your gods. So I'll throw those on to Ryman the Uncaring.
Ryman.
Because he's so jealous.
He doesn't care.
It will all end in tears.
It will.
Yeah, these cards, each one has like a little stanza on it. It's like a piece of a poem. A poem.
All right, so that's it.
That's it.
That is the playing the cards. So now we renew. So all players will simultaneously
and secretly
pass a card to each other. And I will give you this one.
Okay.
All right, so that's that.
Okay.
These are going to go in the discard pile, which in effect gets shuffled in. And then I pass the player 1 marker.
And I draw first as player 1.
And then I draw second, and we go again.
Okay.
This is how it's going to go for the game until we run out of glory or infamy.
Okay. So, do that. All right, the Treachery of.
Okay. I just played that on you.
Yeah, I know you did, and then I got it right back. I will play it on you.
Edamina?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to play the Weakness of. Even in weakness, there is.
Why is it like a recorder?
It is a recorder. I will go there.
Okay.
All right, so we exchange now. Give you that. These are going to go away. I will shuffle this up. And I am player 1. All right. Oh, how nice. I go first again? Now I'm going to play the Seduction of. So this is move 1 infamy token from any other player's god tile to a different player's god tile. So I'm going to move this infamy token here.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. And I will play the Compelling of. And that allows me, these X's allow me to remove tokens. So
Okay.
I'll remove 1 of each from you.
All right. Let us trade. And shuffle. Take the player 1 back.
I'm going to put this over here. 'cause I can't reach it.
You can't reach it?
I'm like,
All right, go ahead. You draw.
Okay.
All right. Oh, nice.
Well, I guess I'll do that. All right, so we'll play the Weakness of.
All right. I'm going to use this skill and redirect it to him. So
Who said I was putting it on that guy?
it doesn't matter. Oh, all right. Well, now you're not going to.
Well, now I'm definitely not going to.
No. That was cheap.
You jumped the gun.
No, you were just cheating now. This one's pretty cool. Interesting. Okay. I don't really want to do that one. I don't want to do that one either. Okay. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. So this is the disguise of. So I get to swap one glory and one infamy token between two different players' gods tiles.
Okay. And in this case, we don't have two different players, so it's going to have to be
two different
mine,
players.
right?
So it has to be me and you.
Oh, really?
Two different players.
Even though it doesn't allow you to affect yourself, I guess.
Correct.
Okay.
So I will do. So I could like go like this. Yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
All right. We exchange now?
Yes, we do.
Don't like the exchange.
Why?
Because I like to hold on to my cards.
I know you do.
You're player one now?
You are.
I am. Sweet. All right. What do I keep picking? All right, cool. I'm going to do the birth of. Once long ago. That gets to destroy one of your infamy tokens.
Nice. Okay, I will do the Valor of. Bold Enigma. That's a bold edamame.
It really is. Okay. That's
Switch.
it. So I'll give you that. You get player one back. Draw it up. Ooh.
I feel like you're getting the exact same cards.
There's only so many cards.
All right.
Maybe I'll shuffle a little better next time. Okay.
All right, so I will play the disguise of, and I will switch one of these and one of these.
For Rhyme the Uncaring? All right.
Your turn.
I will play the Valor of. I will give He Who Shall Not Be Named. And I will trade you this card.
For this one.
Yes. I will shuffle these a little bit better this time. I player one now? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do the disguise of and swap these two. Oops.
Whoa. Okay. The trickery of.
Ooh.
Rhyme the Uncaring. You want to do it?
Done.
All right, cool. Where do you want them to go? Okay.
There.
What? You pointed to this one.
I meant there.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Use your words.
All right.
Okay.
Here's a card.
We keep trading the same card back and forth.
Because we don't want that card. Why don't you use it?
You keep trading me the same card I keep trading you for.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you better use it this time, then we won't have to trade it. All right, you're first.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a new one.
It's like, you people are seeing this, right? It's the exact same stuff. Okay. Alright. Okay. Disguise of. Your turn.
Oh, you
What?
swapped?
I did.
What'd you swap with? No.
Are you paying attention?
No, the bargain of, an agreement was struck, so this actual symbol means I get to refresh a used god
Why do you
power,
always get that card?
and add 2 infamy tokens to that god.
You always get that one. You know what that means.
All right. What does that mean? Swap?
Here you go.
Did you want to look at it first?
Yeah. No, I knew which one it was going to be.
Oh, of course you did. It's been the same one for the last couple rounds. All right, I'm player 1 now?
Yep.
Cool. What do we got here? Oh, interesting. I'm going to do the birth of. Kill that.
Okay. I will do the disguise of. Again.
Okay.
This is all I ever get. There you go.
I'm going to use him before you do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to go to your other guy.
No, it goes on
I can't put stuff on my own guy.
to another player of my choice.
But it came from here.
Then we're going to put him over here.
Right. Well, what did I give you? A yellow one?
Yeah, and you took a black, so give him the yellow and give me the black.
That doesn't make any sense.
Why?
Because this is a swap.
Oh, okay, so I have to make you direct the swap? Alright, then direct it here.
Is that what you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what he does?
Mhm.
All right, you sure you want to use that?
Using it.
All right.
Did you take the yellow?
Yeah, he's right here.
But that stays there.
Why?
Well, because instead of attacking him, I let you attack him.
Oh, I see.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. All right.
Alright.
I feel like you're cheating.
No, that was it. It's kind of tough with 2. You have to
It's
kind of
very
think
tough.
about how you interpret
Yeah.
other player versus...
It's all about literary interpretation.
It is. This
Game.
whole game is about literary interpretation.
Semantics.
Yes, indeed. You're player 1.
All right.
Ooh, I gotta look that one up. Oh, that's a cool one.
All right. I'm gonna play. The gifting of, and what this allows me to do, this little symbol, whichever pile we have less of, I can direct 1 onto any god.
Okay.
So Ryman is getting some glory.
Why do you want to keep
He's
giving him glory?
so awesome.
That's not bad, though. I can live with that. So I'm going to play the bargain of. I'm going to refresh his ability.
You got that again? Are you kidding me?
Nope. And get 2 more.
Why don't you ever let me shuffle?
Do you want to shuffle? Go ahead. After we trade.
More. Game's gonna be over. Oh, I'm gonna use this. We're not trading.
What does it say?
We interpreted this already. It says you may keep the current
alright, so
action
you don't
card
wanna
in your
trade.
hand. Yeah. So we were trying to figure out with two players, instead of the player to the left. Well, essentially what it means is you're skipping the draft.
Yep.
So with 2 players, we're just not drafting.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yep, so we're going to keep our cards.
So we're gonna keep our stuff.
So I'll
Okay.
shuffle these back in. You watching where I put that card?
I did. I watched
keep it on the
exactly
bottom of
where
the
you put
deck.
it. Anthony got a magic book for Christmas, so you have to watch his card shuffling.
My card play? I play first. There we go. Ooh. Oh, I like that one.
All right, you're first.
I had to think about that for a second. Hold on. Move off one more from a token from one of your god tiles to any other 2 other different god tiles. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. This is called the decision of. Guided by action. So I get to move 1 glory and 1 infamy to 2 other god tiles.
Okay.
Your turn.
Okay. The trickery of
Oh, I hate that one.
Ryman the Uncaring.
You know what I'm going to do?
What? Oh, because you reactivated him?
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm glad you like this game so much.
Sorry. He's so cheap.
Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
You're not sorry.
Oh, it's terrible.
Well. 5. All right, in that case, I'm going to use the gifting of, and I'm only going to give him 1. Would you like to use your thing?
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to use it yet. Let's trade.
Let's.
Let us. Oh, I like that one. All right.
Sit. Did you keep this last time?
What's that?
Did you keep that last time?
We draw a card at the end of this round, right? At the end of the turn? In the renewal phase, right?
In the renewal phase, yeah. That's the very last thing.
The very last thing. All right, so draw your card, I'll draw mine.
Why? Were you plotting?
I'll show you in a second. Go ahead.
All right, the trickery of. I'm going to put it on Ryman. Where do you want it to go? Or do you want to take it?
It only has to. It has to go. It has to go on one of yours. Like it'd have to go there.
Does it have to go on one of mine?
I think it goes wherever I want it to.
Right. So
Another player of your choice.
I'm assuming you want it to go on one of mine. So which one?
It would have to go back to you. You decide where you put it.
No, another player or another god?
Player.
Oh. All right. Well, this one, I guess. Is it this one? I don't know.
Yeah, I would put it there.
Oh, you would?
If I were you.
Oh, really?
Well, you're gonna stack them all there, right? Because these are worth 2 each.
No, I'm putting them here. I think.
Right, because this is.
I'm stacking them here.
All right. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
And you use that.
I did. Now it's my turn, so I'm gonna unuse it by playing this card again.
If you have that card, I swear to God.
What?
I swear to Ever Twisted Air Stefani. Tables will be flipped.
Oh God. Okay. Whew. Let's see.
Do you really have that card?
No.
Okay.
The knowledge of. So I get to put this. So put it here.
Okay.
All right, we trade.
Before we do that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this card.
Mm-hmm. What does it say?
That? No. I'll wait, because we can play those at any time.
What is that skill?
What?
What does that card say?
It allows me to swap the glory and infamy tokens of any 2 gods.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
But I'm not ready to do that yet. All right, we have to trade.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there you go.
Ooh, all right. I'm first.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And before we go, I am going to use this.
Well, you draw. That ends the round.
What? Oh, ends the phase.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to use this now before I forget to use it.
All right.
So I can swap the glory and infamy tokens of any 2 gods.
All right. So then here, I'll give you all of my
No.
glory.
No. Any 2 gods.
Oh.
So we're switching.
That's kind of cheap. Now, do we switch both the glory and infamy? Like all of it?
Swap the glory and infamy tokens of any 2 gods.
Okay, so then you give me
it's
all of your
basically,
tokens,
you just
I
get
give
this,
you all of
and I
mine.
get all of those.
All right, that's fair. Unfair.
Or it might mean switch the glory with the infamy.
There must be a clarification.
Semantics.
Yes. See?
And
I think it's more or less just
I thought it was
swap.
more of swap it.
Yeah, like you kind of
Alright.
like change now before we
Is
go.
it your turn or my turn?
It's my turn. I'm
Okay.
first. So I'm going to use this, and this is before you play your next turn. You may draw 2 new cards and then discard 2 cards.
Okay.
So I'm going to draw 2 and then discard 2. All right. I'll keep this. I'll keep. I have to discard 2. God, these are terrible. 1. I'll discard these. 2. What does that mean? I don't like that one. I'll get rid of these 2. Discarded. And now I get to play a card.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to play the Bargain of, and I'm going to refresh his skill and take 2 infamy tokens. Your turn.
Okay. And I will play the weakness of, and I guess go here. We're done.
Yeah, we're done. So cheap.
Why is that cheap?
That was such a cheap move.
What do you mean?
The swapping.
I told you at the very beginning. I had that.
All right, let's go into scoring now.
It wasn't that cheap.
It was pretty cheap. So what you have is the 2 sets of guides, like we said.
Yes.
And what you have to find out is which side has the most glory. So right.
Glory, infamy,
Net. The most
yeah.
netted glory. So we've got 2, 4, 6 glory on this side, minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we actually have more net
0.
minus 1 infamy.
Yeah.
So this is a more infamous god. So nobody wants this one. 2,
Well,
4,
same,
6,
yeah.
8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
24 minus 7 is 17.
Yeah.
17 glory. So everybody wants these gods. But they don't want the one who's the most glorious. Right. They want the god that is
the most humble. And we'll explain. So here's what this, I guess, what the idea behind it is, I guess, well, like that move.
Save that for later.
Okay. So I want to talk about this game.
We're going to go into scoring. So this is clearly the god side.
Yeah,
now, which one of us actually is the most humble? So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 minus 1, 2, 3. That's 15. She's got 7, 12, 19 minus 2 is 17.
7, 12, 19. What? It's like, it's not that late.
2, 4, 6 minus 1, 2, 3, 4 minus
5.
So she's got 2 infamy.
Yeah.
So clearly, he who is shall not be named is the winning god.
He who is Nanos.
Due to some duplicitous ploy.
It's because Nanos was like talking up Raymond, whatever his name is.
But everybody loves Raymond. All right, let's go to the top.
All right, let's talk about it.
All right, that was a quick game.
With a twist.
With a twist at the end. A vicious twist. A knife in the back.
It's hard to be humble.
Yeah.
When you're perfect.
What?
In every way.
What are you talking about?
It's that song.
Oh. I don't know what she's saying. All right, so let's talk about the game.
What did you think?
I thought it was good, actually. Now let's talk about this game.
Okay.
This has been a long time coming. This playthrough review.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're talking weeks, right? You know, even we thought about it quite a bit. We've been on break.
Yeah.
From the channel for about a month now.
Just for holidays and things like that.
It's a very busy holiday season. And I think it's good to kind of just finish the year quiet.
Yeah.
And just get a break and just play games for fun and not necessarily, you know, under the pressure of getting these videos out and all that. So, but we're back in the swing. Yeah. So we thought we'd start it off with a game that we've been struggling with early on.
Yeah.
Honestly, struggling with. Just trying to understand.
I have a weird relationship with this game.
Yeah, very weird. But let's go through that. So, you got to see how the game plays. You got to see what it's about. But I think when you first get this out of the box and you first throw it on the table, as easy as the game is, it was really hard for us to grasp the strategy of it, and actually what was happening. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. It's like,
well,
at some point,
the first time first of all, when we saw the game, I was really excited about this game to get it, and then we got it out of the box because I liked the theme. I thought the art was really pretty, and like we set it out to play, and I'm like, I don't understand how I'm supposed to like win this game. And I think the first time we played, we only really played with the one set of gods, because my linear brain is going, well, one of us is like going to win, and one of our pairs is going to win. So why are we even focusing on like this pair? And we were kind of focusing all of our effort on like one pair of gods, and so we didn't really understand the strategy. But. And
you see in this game, in the latter half, I started focusing on one god, and I paid for it.
Yes.
Like, that's why you can't do that. Yeah, so that was a good example and a good demonstration that I thought I would show the viewers. Instead of trying to win, I would go and show them how that can be detrimental through through your play and your strategy.
Premeditated.
Yes. So let's talk about the game, and then we can go.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about first replayability. So again, we've played this a few times.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think it's got high replayability.
I actually think it does too.
Yeah, because it comes with a number of different gods, and they really set up, and we talked about this earlier, they really set your engine from the start. Like, your gods, you get one shot at your power, unless you're like me and you keep planting that one card, so you keep getting it and it refreshes your god power. But and they're all powerful. They're all very powerful. But some of them are more relevant to a higher player count. Than others, as you saw. But for 2 players, even so, like, they are what you're going to want to try to set up, to build your end game strategy. Because once the end game hits, you're done. Like, it comes up very quick.
Exactly.
You go through these Pente pieces very fast.
They are Pente pieces.
They sure do.
If anyone's ever heard of this game called Pente, you need to support me, because I love this game. I played it all the time when I was a kid.
Okay.
Those are those little glass pieces. They're like Pente.
You've told me this many times.
Anyway, I would agree. High replayability. I think that every time we've played this, obviously we've drafted different gods. You have different powers, so your strategy is set very differently every time you play. So absolutely.
So very high replayability.
What about weight?
Light.
Yeah, it's very light.
Deceivingly light.
Yeah.
Because at first we thought this was it blew our minds, because it seemed so complex. Just to understand the scoring. I don't know why.
Well, yeah.
Maybe it's the way the directions were written. They're written very simply.
Yeah.
But maybe it's too simple.
I mean, and I actually think I had the opposite experience. Like, I think that when we first played, I was like, I don't get the point.
Right.
Like, I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to continue putting pieces on this one pair. Like, big deal. But for me, the more we played, the more I saw how the strategy actually works.
Yeah, my opinion's really changed about this game.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so what about component quality?
Very nice.
Yeah.
The cards are very big, very solid card stock. And the Pente pieces, who can't go wrong with Pente pieces?
They're gorgeous. Yeah, it's very simple, very simply done.
They're very pretty.
It's flavored with literacy, so
I can read. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. It was nice. It's a pretty game.
What about the theme?
Theme is different, unique.
Yeah.
Very unique. Very unique. I like the theme, actually.
Yeah, you do.
I thought it was cool. Very cool.
Very neat. Fun factor. Did you have fun?
After a few plays, it became more fun.
Yes.
I think
I'm having fun with it now.
I think as we play it more, I will enjoy it more. And because it's something that's quick. And I think you'll start to develop my strategy right now is still terrible, but I can see where it can get a little deeper. Because you got to get past the math too of all right, +2 -1 for every one of these black ones, and it's like you're watching 4 hands, and imagine with 4 players and you're watching 8 of these things going on. It's
I think that we haven't had the chance to play this with more than just the 2 of us, and I think that with probably 4, it would add an entirely new layer of complexity.
Oh my God, yeah.
Fun.
I think it'd be more fun.
With, with two, I think a lot of the rules perhaps weren't really written for two players. Like it's a little bit weird. It leaves a lot open, to interpretation.
Yeah.
And we make it work, but I think that with more people, definitely you have more people kind of in the pot stirring things up, and you're pairing with two different people. Two different sets of gods, and there's just more going on. So
yeah, I would agree. I would absolutely agree with that.
Setup.
Simple.
It's a breeze.
A breeze. It's quick. Yeah. I mean, it says 15 to 20 minutes, and it's 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. Audience. Who's this for?
I think it could be for anyone.
I think it could be for anyone.
Yeah.
For sure.
As long as you have somebody who understands the strategy to explain the game.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you're going for. Because the rules themselves are straightforward. The cards and the symbols tell you what to do.
Right.
But to know what you're going for and why you have to worry about two different hands.
Right.
Because I think until you know what can happen if you do focus on one god or one side of the table, then you're not going to know that that's a bad thing to do.
Yeah.
Right? You want to kind of attack both equally.
Right.
And have one of them kind of just edge the other out at the end. So it's more, it's sort of like a chess match almost.
Yeah, I would agree.
Right? You don't want to overcommit because you'll get trapped. Like I demonstrated earlier today. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree. I think anybody could play this.
Yeah.
I think that I think it could actually be played on a couple different levels. Like, to be honest, when we first started playing and we didn't really understand the strategy and stuff, really I think you could just play it for the story in a way. Like, I almost picture playing this with even younger, maybe not like too young kids and stuff, maybe, for like preteens, teenagers, something like that, and just coming up with the story, because you're like the treachery of somebody. Well, what happened, and they do include the stories, like the little poems, I guess, behind each of the gods to give you some context and stuff. So if you want to get into the flavor of the game, just to ignore kind of not ignore strategy, but just to kind of have fun with it, I think you could do that too with a different audience.
Sure.
So, all right, conclusions. What do you think? Anything else you want to say? Because I know there's a lot to say about this.
I think we captured the spirit of the game.
Yeah. I think this is definitely one of those games. This is a prime example of why I do not make judgments based on the first time I play a game. I mean, unless it's really good and I know the thing right off the bat, if we know it's a game we like absolutely awesome.
Right.
But if I play a game and I'm not completely into it the first time, I'll set it aside. I'll come back to it. I'll keep coming back to it. I'll kind of read into it, learn about it, from the back end, why it was designed and stuff like that. And I think it helps with the appreciation of it. And it certainly has. This is a prime example of that.
Huge,
it's just gotten more fun.
Yeah, I think had we reviewed this after our first play, this would have gone down a completely different way.
Right.
And, unfair in an unfair way, because we didn't give it a shot. Because we both were not blown away by this game by any stretch, right? Day one. So we let it cook for a while. We actually played some other things, came back to it, and then the more we played it, the more we really had to exercise patience and really understand and look past the simple strategy and see what this game had, a little bit deeper, and that's what really started to shine in this game. And I'm really surprised. Like, even with this playthrough, I've really changed. It keeps changing my opinion of this game, because it's not as simple and basic as it seems. There's a heavier component to it, and at first it's very complex, like we said, in the way it looks. And the complexity is in, how do I win this game? Exactly. Not in how do I play this game. Right. It's like, what am I doing? Like, why am I moving pieces around? But you've got to play through it. So to give it a shot, and like we did, that really changed my opinion, honestly. And I'm glad we did. It's just like a poem. What? No, it is. No, I don't know. Because poetry is very complex. You have to get into it, you have to understand it. Because superficially, you might be like, this thing was easy to read, but I really don't get it. And then you start to appreciate it more once you read it more. I'll buy that. That's my interpretation. Sure. That's good. All right. So anyway, so what do you think? Overall conclusions, what do you think? I'll say, considering it's lightweight, it's portable, high quality components, and actually it's pretty fun.
It is.
So I will stamp this with a great.
Absolutely,
and
I would agree.
I think that it's got all the pieces that you look for in a lighter game that you can take around and teach some newer players, something so different. Like, this is not anything like anything I've ever played.
No.
At all. And we've played a lot of games, mind you. And this one definitely has a hidden strategy, and it's more like a game of chess to me.
Yeah.
Than it is like playing a Euro or some type of other Ameritrash type game. So there you go. It's great.
Okay.
Enjoyed it. Thank you to Ludicreations for sending this one over to us. Very, very surprising. Like all of your games, we've really enjoyed. They do some really good work, and we do love their games. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the playthrough and review, and we shall see you next time.
See ya.
Bye-bye.